Did you know that people typically have more than 6,000 thoughts per day? In a 2020 study, which involved 184 participants with an average age of 29, researchers used brain imaging scans to track when new thoughts began while participants were either resting or watching a movie. Now, I'm not sure whether or not it's true, but it seems to make sense to me. My brain is constantly bombarded with thoughts and emotions. Everything from what I want to eat for lunch to questions about the meaning of life, evaluations of the past, observations of the present, and plans for the future. Feelings ranging from self-doubt, worry, frustration, to joy, peace, and gratitude. Going to an all-boys private high school, talking about my thoughts and feelings with peers just wasn't something we did. It also didn't help that I was an introvert who kept to myself and was afraid of stuttering every time I spoke, making it almost impossible to share how I was feeling with my closest friends and family members. Needless to say, not knowing where to place my emotions and how to process them growing up was what I believed to be a source of my depression and anxiety. I needed an outlet to release the thoughts swirling around in my head. So that's why journaling has been such an essential practice for me. It has allowed me to get all my thoughts, worries, and emotions outside of my head and onto paper. Journaling has been a vault for me to store my deepest, unfiltered thoughts of pain, frustration, and sadness that I wouldn't dare share even with those closest to me. It has been a punching bag for me to rant about people and situations that stress me out. It has been a way for me to process everything from my heartbreaks to celebrating my greatest successes and accomplishments. It has led to the insights I now share in my videos. They say that writing clarifies thought. Journaling has helped me spot patterns in my thinking that have been both problematic and helpful based on topics I constantly felt the need to write about. It has given me invaluable insights on the variations in how I think and behave based on my mood at the time. It has helped me recognize that my thoughts are not my identity, and that they are merely stories that I have been telling myself that I have the power to change. It has been a tool that has helped me recognize when to speed up, slow down, or pause for the day in pursuit of my goals and aspirations. I don't think there's any one right way to journal. For me, it's free association. Whatever's on my mind at the moment, I write down. It doesn't even need to make sense or be grammatically correct. It could be a few sentences or a 4-page letter. Through the years, journaling went from something I did sporadically when I was upset to including as an integral part of my daily morning routine for about 5 to 10 minutes. I've also found that my journal entries nowadays have shifted from mostly venting and focusing on what I lack to expressing gratitude for what I have. I've tried both digital and analog methods, starting with a spiral notebook, to writing on one long Word doc, to using a dedicated mobile desktop journaling app, to using a bullet journal, to now logging in my thoughts on Notion. So it's really whatever you feel most comfortable with that you can be consistent with. The worst type of journal is an empty one. If you're worried about others seeing what you write, you can use an app that is password protected or buy a physical notebook with a lock on Amazon. If you start this practice with journaling whatever's on your mind, you may feel the need to constantly rant, which is perfectly fine. Get it all out of your system and don't hold back. To avoid having your journal merely reinforce your negative thoughts, however, try noticing and writing down the little things you encounter throughout the day that you're grateful for. Also try setting your intentions for the day. Write down what you want to focus on or do for you to consider today a success. The first step to solving a problem is to be aware the problem exists. And journaling can help you uncover and clarify the problems you face so that you can work towards solutions. It can be the best investment you make in your self-development that costs virtually nothing to start. Do you have a journaling practice? If so, what does your practice look like? What works for you? Are you inspired to start one? Leave it in the comments below. Until next time, peace.